wish nothing for me but me. If you don't know who I am, guess who I am. My name is Maevember.
This is gonna be one of those videos. My name is Maevember. I am a singer, songwriter, as well as somebody's into astrology. And welcome to my YouTube channel. We're gonna continue Maevember, and we're gonna keep doing these love compatibility videos. Sagittarius man, Gemini woman, yes, across the board. I feel like there can be a little bit issues if it was the other way around, but we're not gonna talk about that because I already talked about that one in a prior video, meaning Sagittarius woman, Gemini man. But yeah, I was smacking my gum for this one because you can't miss with this one. And I say you can't miss with this combination because this is the same situation regarding the opposite polarities. Gemini's opposite of Sagittarius, Sagittarius opposite of Gemini. Meaning, typically, if these combinations and these connections are formed, they're there to teach somebody something. Some are there for the long route, some are there for the short route. Okay? So the exciting part about this is it's going to have a high rating, you know? I think everything's exciting about this couple combination because there's always a thrill to be involved. Now, people forget, it kind of sleep on Gemini women and their essence and aura and beauty. Because the women that are Gemini women for these combinations are all very, 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 very attractive women. Okay? So, to start out, we have Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Yes, they're not together, but they were together forever. I believe Brad Pitt now is with Emily R. I cannot pronounce her last name. I believe she's a model, and she's a Gemini. He's a Sagittarius. So, just gonna put that out there. Then we have Natalie Portman and Gael Garcia. Okay? Now, let's dive into it, seriously, because, like, the fun part about this is it's kind of like you can't hide in this combination, meaning you are what you present yourself as. There's no room for guessing. And what that means is there is, how do I say this? You can't BS in this combination. If you want to BS your way in this combination, there is no connection. Because I feel like these two, a Sagittarius man, Gemini woman, connect off of their real, authentic self, their passions, not just how they present themselves as. Yes, presentation is part of, it comes as a part of connection, okay? However, there is no room for BS. Meaning, typically when a Gemini woman even vets a guy out, Geminis are typically the women to observe first before they even allow you to just spring yourself onto them in the first place. Because a lot of people forget that Gemini women and Gemini men are drastically different in almost every way. Gemini women are only free and chaotic if, I'll put out the most obvious reason. One, if they're under the influence or intoxicated. That'd be one reason. But the only other reason why they're like that is if they're in an environment where they're in control. Gemini women typically do not unleash the beast in environments and atmospheres they're not familiar with. Like, Gemini is similar to how a cat behaves. Cats don't let loose, act a fool, act crazy in environments they know nothing about. They're very low-key, hidden, discreet. They'll let you be known, like, hey, I'm in the building. You know, cats are kind of hard to miss once you spot them. It's a beautiful sight, like the feline, okay? The feline is a beautiful sight. And the reason why I'm using this analogy with the Gemini woman is You know everything I'm saying, and peep how the Gemini women in your life move. I'm too familiar with Gemini women. Too cool with Gemini women. Too cool. To the point where it's like, birds of a feather flock together. Because I have a Gemini moon. And what that means is, how I regulate things and go about things, yes, it can be a tad bit unpredictable. But I still think there's a reasoning for everything. But however, the Gemini woman, the only reason why I feel like a Sagittarius man will vet this woman out is because she gives this man a run for his money in all the best ways possible. Appearances, finances, sex appeal, what else? Communication. Like, if this woman is like superwoman to him, it's like, it's not in the aspect of being flashy, but energetically, she blinds the Sagittarius men. I feel like Sagittarius men typically go for aura, then aesthetics, then physique and everything. Because Sagittarius men, they're not superficial, trying to compare nothing with nobody. Because, you know, when these guys are very confident within themselves, really not much can really deter them off their path because they're really in it to win it. Versus other signs where I feel like Capricorn, everything is all about the ego. Same thing with Leo and Scorpio. But I feel like one thing with Sagittarius men is a lot of people don't give them credit for how genuinely that they love people. And it may not grow. And I feel like a lot of people is some, you know, they kind of get butthurt about how they present the way that they love people. But like, it may not grow into the way you want it to go, because believe it or not, I believe Sagittarius are lovers versus fighters. But I feel like with Sagittarius men is they generally have the capacity to want to love somebody. But if the connection's not there, he's not gonna BS you. He's just gonna tell you straight out, I'm not feeling you. Like, these are the type of guys that do step outside of their relationship. But straight up, he's probably going to tell you, I got a wife at home. I just need a distraction for tonight. And believe it or not, more times than not, I'm not saying that these celebrities that I listed agree to this type of arrangement when it comes to their connections and relationship. But typically, the Gemini woman knows about the other women. But she knows you're not her. You understand what I'm saying? She knows you're not the wife. She knows you're just going to be discarded after the 20 minutes of action. She's not like, I feel like even if she did find out about something she didn't know about, she'd be more willing to forgive her man than to attack him. Because in her head, she's, the way how she calculates things is like, well, this is what comes with dealing with a guy like that. So I can't even get mad. She's probably going to be like, I'm mad you didn't tell me. And chances are, I'm not saying go out and cheat on your partner. That's not what I'm saying by any means. But chances are, she's probably going to be like, well, how do we get to the bottom of this problem so it doesn't happen again? And they may think with this couple, I'm telling you what it is. Well, usually with this couple, a lot of things they're open to that conventionally, traditional people will not be open to. I feel like with these couples, Sagittarius man, Gemini woman, they're spontaneous. And that's all I can say due to YouTube's policy. I will say they're spontaneous just because, Sagittarius man is not necessarily always a one-woman type of man. And I feel like Gemini women, a woman's still a woman. She might spite him in a way because of that, but then grow to be complacent in a way to it if she's getting her needs met in other ways, if that makes sense. So do what you want with this information. I'm not going to be here to BS y'all, tell you what you want to hear, when I'm just going to tell you how it is, how I've seen it, and how some people tend to have long-lasting relationships that people look for, like knowing what pills are they willing to swallow, no matter how big it is, if it means that they get what they want in other ways versus one part of the whole package. Okay? Typically, this is the couple where it's like, if he cheats, she finds out, she finds a way to leverage off of the situation, and they smile like a big happy family. Versus if she was to cheat, he would never know. So it's a win-win situation. I told you I was going to tell you like it is. I told you I was going to tell you like it is. Take it or leave it. I don't care if you're a man or woman watching this video. Take it or leave it. Because the truth is, men cannot swallow the reality is if a woman demonstrates what they do, it hurts you. Failing to realize you do that and it hurts her. The things women are willing to suck up and swallow and not address to keep the peace. Okay? And a lot of guys going to be like, well, I want to get a Gemini because she's not going to be down my case. And she's not going to be down your case because she's building one against you. You know, that sucks. You know what I'm saying? That kind of sucks. Y'all think with that head instead of this head. With this woman, you think with this head. Okay? Because she will rock your world and then hit you with divorce papers in the morning. That's what you be, you had a good night, honey? All right? You've been served. I'm not here to BS y'all, okay? So I'm going to give this relationship compatibility a 10 out of 10, actually. You know, a lot of people want things to be perfect. Rainbows and a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But I feel like this couple could be real. Despite, you know, some of them having long-term relationships and not ending the way they wanted to, somebody wins in the end. That's why I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10, because they can match each other. Communication, sexually, financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, like on every single level. But truth be told, in this life, there's winners and losers. So I give my hats off to you if you're in this compatibility, because I feel like only a Gemini or a Sagittarius will understand what I said in this video to the fullest extent. So with that being said, make sure you smash subscribe and check out my other videos for the Maevember marathon. Check out my documentary, Science, Black Girl, Black World, for more insights on me. Bye, y'all.